Hey, fifth grade mathers. Okay, today we're on page 79. Go to page 79. Okay? Here we go. Look what it says. Equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. I'm going to do a couple of every exercise with you today. So, you got to pay close attention so that you understand all the concepts. They're not hard. They're just new. Okay? So don't be worried about it. So, what do you think equivalent fractions is talking about? Well, the word equivalent means equal, right? Fractions that are equal. Okay? So say that. Equivalent fractions are fractions that are equal. Okay, how do we get those equal fractions? I'm going to show you right now. Let's look at this circle right here. I cut it into two parts, which means that we know that our bottom, our denominator is going to be what, Frankie? 2. And I'm going to color one section. So our numerator is going to be what, Danielito? 1. Okay. Over here, Ethan, I cut this into 4 pieces. So what's our denominator? 4. But I'm going to color 2 this time. So Adia, what's our numerator? 2. Over here, Dueno, I cut it into 8 pieces. So what's my denominator? 8. And what's my numerator if I color 4 of them, Mario? It's 4. Now look, I need an expert opinion. Emiliano, I need your opinion. Don't look at the fractions. Just look at the dibujos. This part that's colored red, and this part that's colored red, and this part that's colored red, are they equal? Did I basically, más o menos, color the same sections of this circle? I did, right? Would you agree with me? Yes, these are about the same. The opposite side that I colored this 1 and this 2 and these 4, that they're basically the same, right? It's just that this is a bigger piece of cake, this is smaller pieces of cake, and this is smaller pieces of cake, but they're all the same amount. Yeah. So guess what? Fractions 1/2, 2/4, and 4/8 are all equivalent fractions. They all equal the same thing. What? How do they equal the same thing, Miss Jessica? Because they all represent the same quantity of the circle. Okay? What do I mean by that? Look, let's say that it's your birthday. Okay? It's your birthday and Miss Jessica's going to buy you a pizza. So we have a whole pizza right here. Right? And you say, Miss Jessica, no matter what, my only deseo for my birthday is that I eat la mitad de esa pizza. I want to eat la mitad. Okay? Okay, you want to eat half of your pizza. Yeah, I want to eat half of my pizza. Okay. So, one visitor comes to your birthday. So you're going to have to share this pizza with 2 people. So to cut it in half is going to be a piece of cake, right? To cut it in half, it's going to be like this. Boom. Okay? You and the other person now have half the pizza, right? But uh-oh, 2 more people come. So right before you're about to eat your half of your pizza, 2 more people come and they're like, ooh, pizza, you're going to share with us, right? And you're like, oh yeah, woo. Okay, so you cut it into, no, pardon, 1 more person comes. So you cut it into 4 pieces, but you said, but Miss Jessica, remember, I'm eating half of it. Okay, now, how many pieces are half of it? 2. 2 pieces are half of it because you have 2 and 4. You have 4 in the whole thing, but 2 of them are half. So remember, 2. So that means we already know now that this is equal to this right here. You either have 1 if there's 2 people there, and 2 pieces if there's 3 people there, right? Okay, well now more people come, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut this pizza in more pieces. So we cut it in more pieces, and you said, okay, Miss Jessica, it's fine that you cut it into more pieces, but remember, I get half of it. Okay, now what's half of it? 1, 2, 3, 4. This part is half of it, just like this right here. So no matter how many pieces you cut it into, you can find 1/2 of it. And that's why all of these are equivalent fractions. Okay, Miss Jessica, I believe you. Now I believe you that these are equivalent fractions. But how do I find an equivalent fraction? Easy. Easy. Look what you do. You take the fraction that you start with, 1/2. And now not dividing it like when you reduce, but multiplying it to make it bigger. You multiply that numerator and that denominator by any number you want to. The only rule is that whatever you multiply the numerator by, you have to multiply the denominator by. Okay, so I'm going to pick the number 2. I multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2. So now I have 1 times 2 is ding, 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 2. And 2 times 2 is ding, 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 4. And that's how we know that this is an equivalent fraction. Okay? Well, then look over here. Now we have 2 4s, and we want another equivalent fraction. So I'm going to multiply this by 2 again. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. Ding, 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 ding. These are equivalent fractions. Okay, that's all you have to do. Instead of dividing to reduce, you multiply. Okay, look at number 1. Write an equivalent fraction for each. What do you have to do? Multiply the numerator and denominator by whatever number you want. This time I'm going to do 3. Just remember the rule. You have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Andres, 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So tell me your equivalent fraction. 3 6. Good job. Okay, over here I'm going to multiply by 2 again. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 2 is what, Oscar? 14. And that's your equivalent fraction. Okay? You can stop the video and do the rest of those on number 1, and then we'll go to number 2. Or you can do it all at the end. It's your decision. My consejo is that you just stop the video and do it while you can remember how to do it, but it's up to you. Okay, look at section 2. It says check these equivalent fractions by cross multiplication. Cross multiplication is cool, you guys. I'm sorry, but it is. Okay? You're going to check, are these actually equal? Look what it says right here. 2/3 is, se supone, supuestamente equal to 4/6. How are we going to check it? Cross multiplication. That's cross multiplication. You go like this. 2 times 6. Look, go across from each other. Like you're making an X right there. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 4 is what? 12. Is 12 equal to 12? Yes, it is. So you put a check right there and you checked it. Yes, it is. They are equivalent fractions, okay? Let's look at this one. Say suppone 5/9 is equal to 10 over 18. So we cross multiply. 5 times 18, no idea, so I'm going to put it right here. And 9 times 10 is 90, right? So let's go over here and let's start 18 times 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 4 is 90. So that's 90. So yes, it is correct. Yes, it is correct. Cross multiplication, okay? So go ahead and do that for letters C, D, and E. Just cross it, multiply it, and see if they are equal. Remember what I did? 2 times 6 across from each other. And then 3 times 4 across from each other. Stop the video if you need to. And then we're going to do number 3. Okay, look at number 3. It says on the line right here, write E if it's equivalent and N if if it's not equivalent, unequivalent. Okay, and the unequal sign is used to show the two numbers are not equal. Okay, so I'll show you what that is. So look, we have to see is 4 6 equal to 6 8. Look at letter A. Is 4 6 equal to 6 8? What are you going to do? What do we learn in section 2? Cross multiplication. So here we go. Cross multiplication. Step here, what's 4 times 8? 32. What's 6 times 6, Emiliana? 36. Is 32 and 36 equal, Frankie? No. Good job. No, it's not. Okay, so you cross that out and put N. It is not equivalent. Okay, here we go. Oscar. 3 times 14. You're like, whoa, Manchester, hold on a second. We gotta do this over here. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 42 equals 7 times 6 is what, Mario? 42. There you go. 42 equals 42. Yes, it does. So this is equivalent. Equivalent. So go ahead and try number 3 and finish that out. Okay, look at section 4. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but this has always been my favorite thing about fractions. And I still remember learning this in 5th grade, okay? So look, it says, look at number 4, write the number that makes the fractions equivalent. Decide what the first denominator was multiplied by to get the second denominator. So look, you have to find this number right here. This number is missing. So you have 3/4, it has an equivalent fraction with 12 as the denominator. Listen to that again. 3/4 has an equivalent fraction where 12 is the denominator. Now we have to find the top. This is how we do it. You like this. We'll draw a line from here to here. 4 times what equals 12? 4 times what equals 12? 3. So you go over here. So 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay? Whatever you multiply 4 times to get 12, you have to multiply 3 times to get the new numerator, okay? So what you do is, look, I'm going to show you again. You draw a backward Z like that. 7 times what equals 14? 2. So 6 times 2 equals what? 12. Okay? I'm going to do 2 more of them for you so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Look, draw your backward Z. 5 times what equals 10? Frankie? 2. So 2 times what? 2 equals what, Danielito? 4. Okay, there's your answer, 4/10. Do it over here. 9 times what equals 81, Dueno? 9. So 4 times what, Andres? 9. So 4 times 9 equals what, Oscar? 36. Okay? Go ahead and do the rest of those. I don't want you to forget how to do that. Okay, and then we're going to do number 5 together. Okay, last section of the day. We did do this yesterday, but remember, or not yesterday, pardon, last week, but we need to review it. Okay? Here we go. If we're going to add these together, I'm going to draw a line down here between numeros enteros and fractions. We have our denominator is 8. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is what, Mario? 9. Okay, we need to fix this right away, right? The 9 is bigger than the 8. That's an improper fraction that you need to divide. So you put 8 into 9. 8 into 9 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 over what? 8. Okay? So we write that right here. We have 1/8 here, and what do we do with the 1? Put it up here, right? 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 10 plus 2 is 12. So our answer is 12 and 1/8 because we cannot reduce 1 over 8, right? But if you can reduce it, make sure you do. Okay? Look over here. There's no numeros enteros, so we don't need a line. We just add it. We have our denominator is 11. 4 plus 7 is 11. Plus 2 is 13. We can't leave it like that because it's bigger on top than it is on the bottom. So we gotta put 11 into 13. One time. 13 minus 11 is 2, so that's 2 over 11, and we cannot reduce, so that's your answer right there. Okay? You guys are smart. You guys are learning a lot, and I'm proud of you. Okay? Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.